Link's got a new theory, and it casts serious doubt on the prosecution's case. If Malon isn't the killer, then it must be Ingo. All signs point to the smug ranch hand, especially when Link calls out a suspicious wardrobe change. His ranch hand overalls? Gone. Why? Because he burned them to destroy the evidence. Things are heating up as Ganondorf submits his rebuttal, and all eyes turn to the final piece of the puzzle: motive. Welcome back, gamers. I'm Zenith, and we're continuing with my blind playthrough of Hero of Law, this awesome Ocarina of Time ROM hack by Newer Team that takes Ocarina of Time and creates Ace Attorney-like scenarios out of it with the same kind of Ace Attorney gameplay. But we're going to get back into it. So I think we're at the end of this very first trial now, and we got Ingo on the ropes. He's definitely the one that did it, but we just have to tie this up. You lack the murder weapon. If Ingo was a murderer, then it couldn't have been the saw. Right, okay. Sure. It couldn't have been the saw. Right, so what was it? All right. Wait. It doesn't progress? Hold on a second. I guess I can press it. And why is that? It's simple. If the girl's story about working on the fence is true, then she was using a saw while her father was being murdered. Okay. So, it couldn't have been in two places at the same time. Okay. So yeah, Malon was using the saw on the fence. So there was something else being used. Yeah. So if the saw is clean of blood, right? She just brought it in there with her after she finished working on the fence, and that's why it was in her hand, but didn't have any blood on it because he had already been killed. Talon was already dead. And the blood on the cloth was from her hand, the hand she cut. Okay. I think that's where we are with this. Yeah, I agree with your rebuttal. Okay. I believe we're in complete agreement on this point. Yeah. You do realize the problems that creates for you, right? I'm sure it can all be explained. Ha! As if. But very well. Then let's move on to why nothing else could have been the murder weapon either. Alright, so argument one done. Argument two. Where would the supposed other murder weapon have even come from? Ranch inventory. Let's show him. Have you forgotten this murder happened on a ranch? There are plenty of sharp things on site. I knew I'd be able to use this inventory list at some point, but hopefully, this pans out. Oh, that's simply impossible. Okay. Give me your third argument. We checked all sharp objects on the ranch and searched everyone. No fresh blood was found anywhere else. Just press him. Yeah, I think he wiped it off. He already had bloody clothes. He could have just wiped them on his bloody clothes and thrown all of that away into the fire. I think wiped it off. Couldn't Ingo have just wiped it off? Blood leaves traces. It's not that easy to get rid of. People like us aren't so sensitive, but other beings like the Zoras can easily tell by smell. Oh, interesting. So the Sheikah Force employs Zoras, who are more sensitive to the smell of blood. This is like cool, like kind of world building just for this game, but like for the sake of storytelling here, they're using like the abilities of other races, these other magical races. Okay, I like that. Naturally, Sheikah Force employs people just for this task. Also, as Lon Lon Ranch focuses on selling horses and milk, the animals there aren't regularly butchered. So there's no good reason why any of the tools would have been fresh blood on them. Any such implement would have stood out like a sore thumb. Well, I guess that is a good point. I may have to rethink this. Could Ingo have just disposed of it? Hidden. So, hidden it, but they searched everywhere. Disposed of it. Where would it have been disposed of? So he couldn't have put it in the crates that were going out because those crates were all checked by the Royal Guard. I'll try it. Couldn't Ingo have just disposed of it in some way? Ha! That's impossible. You see. Oh, we're moving on. Okay. No items from the ranch's inventory list were missing, and that list is indisputable. No items missing. Let me check the court record. Any items here? No, I'm not seeing any items. Deep, irregular wound made with a sharp metal object. The inventory does show one saw. Pretty sure. But actually... Oh, wood saws. One. Dang it. Axes. But none are missing. Turned. I'm gonna press them. How can he be so sure the inventory is accurate? Use your head! There was a royal visitation scheduled for that day. The ranch owner needed everything to be in order. He would have double, even triple checked that list when he wrote it. But the ranch owner didn't write it. It was Ingo. I suppose he would have, but... Do I present the thing again? Because it has Ingo's name on it. It's not the... All right, well, I'll try it. Yeah, let's go. Sure. The inventory list itself is false. Okay. Okay, let's go with it. Oh, fascinating. What exactly makes you question the veracity of this document? That would be something about the inventory itself. It's simple. All right, you only need a brief look at the inventory to see if it can't be trusted. To see that it can't be trusted. Oh, you can't just go around making such general statements, Defense. Point out what exactly about the inventory makes it suspect. This right here. Hopefully that works. Just look here. The one who compiled this list was Ingo himself. He could have easily falsified the counts as part of this plan. That doesn't matter. All right, on to the next argument. Here we go. Argument 5. This is cool. I'm enjoying the rebuttal phase. I mean, it doesn't feel as high stakes as the other one. Like, I haven't seen my life bar come up yet, but it's still cool. It's like a mini game. Nothing could have left the ranch. I mean, yeah, it could have. Can we just... These were checked. I want to press. I'm going to press instead. Wouldn't Ingo have been able to just throw the item out over the fence? Obviously, we searched the perimeter of the ranch as well. Nothing was found anywhere. It's the Lost Woods theme, I just realized. What we're listening to. Well, not really this part, right? This is like the theme song of this game. It's a bop. I'm enjoying this. This is the most important point. Has nothing really been able to leave? Okay, so I gotta present something. Nothing could have left. Okay, shipment. Hey, Harold's back. Oh, he brought his bone with him. Found at the crime scene. Any bit of oil. One of the milk shipments was returned after being misaddressed. Is that the key? Like, I think it's something about this. Here, I'm gonna present this right now, just to show that, yeah, there was a shipment out. Yeah. Are you really sure nothing left the ranch? What about a few little shipments of milk? Preposterous! Have you forgotten that said shipments have been checked by the Sheikah force before they were allowed to leave? That's true, but there was a place a Sheikah could have overlooked. What in Den's name are you babbling about? We're talking about bog standard crates here, boy. Not exactly vast dungeons full of nooks and crannies to stuff things into, are they? Where could they have missed a murder weapon? It's simple. They overlooked... Yeah. So not the they checked the contents of the crates. They checked the contents of the bottles. It's the crates themselves. Here, if I'm not wrong, I think this is it. It's the crates themselves. The killer used a big chunk of wood to kill the victim and then nailed it to the crates to conceal it. Oh, that's far-fetched, Link. I mean, maybe... No! The weapon was definitely metal. No straight bit of lumber could create a wound like that. Plus... Alright, so my hearts did show up, and I am probably gonna lose one here. Plus, if the weapon was wooden, he would have just burned it together with his clothes to ensure we never find it. Ah, right. Defense, your entire argument hinges on this point, you know. Try to think through your answer a bit more carefully next time. Oh. All right, let's go. All right. It's simple. They overlooked the contents of the crates. The murder weapon was just left in one of the crates between the milk bottles. Do you really consider the Sheikah that incompetent? That would be the first place to check. Besides, do you think the murderer would risk something that obvious? I mean, yeah, I was thinking, like, no, this is silly. Like, they checked. I thought they checked the contents of the bottles too. But all right, well, that's probably what it was. Defense, your entire argument. Yep, I know. Take my heart. This one was a little bit trial and error, I think. See, I thought I was being clever by saying, oh, it's the crates themselves, something about them, maybe like a nail. I don't know. But no, it wasn't that. The contents of the crates, I was like, okay, so maybe like they were covered up in the crates, but no, they did say they searched the crates pretty thoroughly. So let's do the bottles. There is one place inside the crates that the Sheikah couldn't have checked thoroughly without ruining the shipments. Oh, duh. they wouldn't open the bottles because that would ruin the shipment. Yeah. Okay, fine. Fair enough. Without ruining the shipments. That's right. Ingo put the murder weapon inside one of the bottles to conceal it from the search. That does seem plausible. Objection. Now, wait just a moment. Next argument, cool. A weapon in a milk bottle wouldn't just go unnoticed. Someone would have reported it. Is that why the crate was returned? So that the crate could come back to Ingo and he could then hide the weapon? Because it went to the wrong address. They wouldn't have checked that there was a weapon in there. And it would have just been returned without checking it. Oh my God, that's why. Okay. See ya, Harold. Yeah. I'm gonna press. How can he be so sure? Do you even know how much milk an average milk bar uses these days? Each day? All those shipments have most certainly been completely used up by now. No, they haven't. Someone drinking from that bottle would have found it for sure. Choked on it, even, if they took too large a swig. It would be a huge scandal. Well, he's right about that, but he's missing some vital information. Yeah. Nope, it got returned. So... secret found. I got it. You would be correct that a weapon showing up in someone's milkshake would cause quite a stir. If the milk ever actually made it to any milk bar, that is. You see, I overheard a very interesting tale during the recess. Word was sent from the ranch not long ago that one of the shipments was returned unopened due to being misaddressed. No! Indeed. If you recall, Ingo was the one who handled all that. Now, that's strange. The ranch supplies the same milk bars every day. Even if he had messed up the street address a little, the couriers would have known where the shipment was meant to go. How could he have bungled it that badly? It's almost as if he didn't want anyone receiving a bottle of milk with a murder weapon in it. I bet Ingo expected this box to stay in shipping limbo a little while longer. How unfortunate for him that the Postal Service was on its game today. Maybe because they were worried it'd start to smell. Fair enough. I believe this calls for us to investigate these boxes of milk more closely. Soldiers, have these boxes retrieved from the ranch immediately. Argument complete. Oh, did I get a heart back? I was not expecting that to be part of the gameplay. It was cool. I enjoyed it. It was fun, like kind of going back and forth with Ganondorf in an argument style. I know I haven't played like all the Ace Attorney games. I've played quite a few of them though, and I don't recall any rebuttal sections like that. And that was a really neat little bit of gameplay. I'm wondering, I mean, I'll look it up later, I'm sure. Maybe that's from the Ace Attorney games, like added later in like later titles, that some of the titles that I haven't played. Anyway, oh, hi, Harold. Harold's joining me now. Did you finish your bone, buddy? He was just eating a bone and maybe he got tired of it. This is slander. Why would I kill Talon? Sure, he's a bit of a layabout, but he did give me a job. Why would I want him dead? I've got the answer to that, actually. That's in my evidence. Like, you're trying to say that Malin wanted Talon dead because she inherits the entire ranch and then she can sell it. Well, look at this. If Malin is unable to sell the ranch, like say she's in prison or something for a murder, then suddenly the ranch gets divided up between the crown and the workers. And the only worker remaining is you, Ingo. So you pretty much get half the ranch. Just saying. I think that's motive. But anyway, I got to prove it. I gotta kind of slide that in there. Why would you want him dead? Well, I got an answer to that. The motive. Here we go. That's simple. Why? I'm surprised you're even asking about it. This evidence easily explains your motive, and I'm just gonna, bam, hit him with it. This very inheritance document you brought to the court's attention states the following. In case of the testator's death, his daughter Malin of Lon Lon Ranch will inherit the ranch. Unless she is unable to oversee it, in which case it shall be divided between the crown and the remaining employees. Let's go. Ha! What? You not only killed Talon, but decided to frame Malin for the crime as well, so you would be the one to inherit part of the ranch. That's why you volunteered to work in the silo all day. It gave you an alibi so that Malin would be the only possible culprit. Of course, you knew about the royal visitation in advance. You knew Malin would go back to the ranch house to prepare before they arrived. A perfect setup for the royals to find her next to the body. No! What are you talking about? Talon signing the ranch over to me? Preposterous! Did he really not know? I guess it was Dragmire who procured the actual document, not him. Interesting. Your Honor! What is it, soldier? The box you requested is here. Already? That was quite fast. Apparently, the team of the ranch had already noticed something awry with it on their own. The box arrived just as we were about to rush out to a courier to deliver our message. Well, let's see for ourselves then, shall we? The part of the shipment that proves my case is... Ah, there's something there. Look at that. Are we ready? Wait, I'll point out the red here. Here we go. Why is it red? It's interesting. Oh, wow, it was in there. Here it is, from the bottle with a slight red tint to the milk. Looks like some kind of serrated knife. That explains the irregular wound pretty nicely. Oh, could those Sheikah idiots have missed this? I'm sure the milk was pure white when they first checked it. It took a whole day for the blood to dissolve in it. Either way, no matter how you slice it, this proves my theory right. Oh, I've had it. Fine. You want to know why? You want to know why I really killed that scumbag? Confession time. Ganondorf, object. Shut him up. That's your job. Or maybe that Ganondorf wants to know too. No, what are you? Yes. So you admit it? Yes, I admit it. What would you do if one day, after years of backbreaking labor, despite putting your all into the ranch, you were thrown away like rubbish without any reason? Fired? Farewell. We don't need you anymore. What? But that doesn't make any sense. Oh, don't lie. I heard it all. I was just returning back from another day of spine-wrenching work. And lo and behold, what's this? Malin and Talon are talking behind my back. I heard it all. We'll let him go after the visitation. We can handle things without him. And so, after volunteering to work on that shipment, I quietly slipped out while the girl was busy and shanked the good-for-nothing slacker. Ha! You should have seen his face. He didn't expect it at all. Oh, yes, Malin. I killed that lazy bum you called a father. And he deserved it. Man. Well, that about does it. Order! The witness will cease his boasting over such a terrible deed. I think we've heard enough. Soldiers, take him away. Hold it. Wait, just a moment. Ingo. Yes, girl. Want to apologize for what you've done. Apologize? Me? You're horrible. We weren't planning to fire you at all. You completely misunderstood what we were saying. What? Huh? Yeah. Oh my God. All born of a misunderstanding. We've had so much work recently. Well, you know how it goes with the royal visits. Always a busy time. Gotta make sure everything's in tip-top shape. I imagine that's Talon speaking. I do worry something about old Ingo, though. He's been complaining about his back recently. Do wish he'd take a step back and relax sometime. Maybe we should convince him to take a vacation? Ha ha ha. Now, there's an idea. It'd do him good to just get out for a while. I'll discuss it with him after the visitation. After things calm down, we can handle everything without him. Yeah. That's... You were planning what? A vacation? For me? And I did... No. No. It can't be so. Please say it isn't so. Why are the cuckoos attacking him? The final crash out animation is Cuckoos attacking Ingo. Man. We have witnessed today the results of a truly horrifying misunderstanding. But misunderstanding or not, what you have done is unforgivable. Talon was a kind man, beloved by all who had the good fortune to cross his path. His loss will be felt not only at his ranch, but all across Hyrule. The killer turned out to be an utterly pathetic man with illusions of grandeur. I mean, look at him! An utter idiot, dressed like a clown. I mean, yeah, he's right. Jeez, he's really laying into him. I bet he's just upset because he lost. Or is it something else? The prosecution's rant aside, I think it's time to declare today's verdict. This is just a formality, but will the defendant please step up to the stand? Young miss, I'm very sorry for the situation you have found yourself in. I'm very glad you appear to have such a good attorney as a friend. I wouldn't have chosen anyone else. Aw, thanks. Now then, without further ado, in the name of Goddess Hylia and the sacred land of Hyrule, I hereby find Malin of Lon Lon Ranch not guilty. Like little fireworks. And Ganondorf with his back turned. Court is adjourned! Oh, man. The first case is done with a verdict of not guilty. So we ended this at 12:32. So it looks like the trial took a little over 2 hours. That's a short trial, short murder trial. But okay, we'll take it. It's kind of like the Hyrule Field theme. Yeah. We did it! I suppose so. I guess Ingo's outburst kind of soured the mood, huh? I don't think I can ever forgive Mr. Ingo for what he's done. That's fair enough, honestly. Really, though, you shouldn't think about that for now. You're free. It's time to celebrate. I guess you're right. Excellent work. Impa! I knew you'd pull through. Oh, thanks. I couldn't have done it without you, really, so thank you. Now, that's not quite right. If you want to thank someone, I'm not the one who deserves it the most. Huh? The princess. Yeah. Your Highness? I thought you were going back to the Hyrule Castle. What strings did Impa have to pull to get her here? I was, but I realized I should apologize for what I did personally. It's an honor. There is no need to bow, not after what I have done. Really, if not for my status, I would have probably been carted off to prison alongside that angry little man. Perjury's pretty serious, so that's probably not entirely wrong. As usual. You don't give yourself enough credit, Your Highness. How can you say that, Detective? I almost condemned an innocent person to prison. Yes, there are some things you should think twice about doing in the future. But it's all thanks to you that the young lady over here finally went free. Huh? Come on, attorney. Show Her Highness what I'm talking about. It was, this. The bottle? Well, it's true. Without this and without knowing about the fire, we wouldn't have had any proof to substantiate our claims. And, really, you're obviously false testimony. Ouch! Impa just stepped on my foot. Well, there you have it. In any case, I'm sure Miss Malin isn't too upset. Well, sure. Then hut! We have orders to escort the princess back to the castle immediately. Just in time. Farewell, Your Highness. Shoom, off the screen. And so they left. Now then, listen to me. I know that I am perhaps being too lenient on the princess, but tough times are ahead. The princess will need all the confidence she can get to lead the kingdom through them. She needs to learn to take responsibility for her actions too, though. And she will. Huh? Her Highness is in it for a rather unpleasant afternoon today, I imagine. The urgency with which she has just been escorted out of here isn't coincidental. What, is the king going to scold her? At the very least. Now then, my duties call, unfortunately, so I must be off. Again, you did well today, both of you. I trust that I will be able to rely on you in the future court proceedings as well. I'll try my best. That's all I ask. That unpleasant prosecutor seems to be making his way over here, so I'll be excusing myself post-haste. Farewell. Uh-oh. You! Hello? Nice day we're having, isn't it? Tell me. Now, where did that blasted detective go? to have my reputation tarnished this way by some novice attorney from the boonies. Dramatic much? Looks about ready to burst from anger. Don't be such a sore loser. You lost. Deal with it. Yeah, we got the right verdict. Doesn't that make you even a little bit glad? What? His face. Yes. I suppose there is some worth in that. Okay. What transpired is most unfortunate. I can only offer my condolences. Just remember that it was the meddling of that idiotic princess and the stupidity of that blasted detective that led to your arrest. So if you have any grievances, take it up with them. I suppose there is some truth to what he's saying. Speaking of the detective, it appears she has fled from me like a cuckoo on fire. Mark my words, she will regret what she's done for generations. Dramatic much? Love it. Well, that sure was something. I don't know if he was being sincere or just wanted to shift blame onto someone else. I wouldn't say he's entirely blameless. Never mind that. Do you think you'll be all right running the ranch by yourself? Of course, I'll come visit, but I have my attorney duties too. I'll get in touch with the castle, see if they can spare some men to work at the ranch. Silly as my father may have seemed, he really did prepare me to take over one day, and he's taught me well. I'll make sure the animals are well cared for, just as I always have. That's the spirit. I believe in you. I really want to thank you for bringing the truth to light. If it wasn't for you, I don't even want to think about what could have happened. I think the cuckoos would have hit you. Don't mention it. Cuckoos, not cuckoos. I'm still getting used to that. Cuckoos. I'm just glad everything worked out in the end. And so ended a very personal case for me. Oh. I felt like a weight had been lifted off my back. Malin continued working at the ranch, hoping to make it prosper even beyond what her father was able to accomplish. I didn't really think much about it, but the days following were some of the happiest I'd lived for a long time. Little did I know that a terrible tragedy would soon shock the entire kingdom, and I'd find myself smack dab in the middle of it. But that's a legend for another day. I did not just finish the game, did I? So I went in blind, like I didn't... What? Are there really no more cases? Okay. Skawa, Frosty Freak, Roadrunner, WMC Luigi X Hero. Huh. These are all the team modeling. I mean, these are all the people that worked on it. From newer team, Unga, Jimbo Slim, Luigi X Hero there again. More Skawa. Skawa's like, looks like Skawa's got his fingers in everything, or her. Oh, there's the Anuki. Where's it? Anuk or Anuki? Anuk. I'll have to look that one up too. I say freak. Is there really nothing else? Oh, Ingo's in jail? Yeah. Who's in there in the prison with him? Who's that? Huh. So sad, Ingo. So I want to know about the princess's murder. the older sister. Like that was, we were hinting at something that happened in the castle, and are we gonna tie up that loose end? Is there like an extra case after this, or is it just not been made yet? It's like the first of a series of games, I don't know. This is the problem of going in blind sometimes. OOT NPC Maker. Okay. Detective Impa. Definitely a standout character here. Like, I would have liked there to be like an investigation part of the game where you actually go out into Castle Town. You actually go to Tingle's shop, for instance. Special thanks to all these. CDI Fails, what a name. Oh, so they buried Talon there in the Kakariko graveyard. Interesting. I said they've remodeled some of the areas. Like where the Shadow Temple would be, that's not showing. I saw the path up to Hyrule Castle also was missing the Fairies Fountain. The end. Now, are we for real? That's it? Oh! Something happened. Scene Select is now unlocked. Ah! Here we go. Extra 1. What's extra 1? There's more. There's more. Okay. Scene select and extras. Let's go. Before the trial. Here we go. What is this? What? What are we doing? The Super Talon game? What a... Is this like gonna be like Mario? Because he looks like Mario? Because he and Ingo are modeled off of Mario and Luigi. But anyway, okay, let's see what this is. Ah! Ah! Oh. It's kind of... I don't know why he keeps ground pounding. Okay. I mean, it's because I'm pressing down, but I don't mean to. I have a time limit? Okay. Can he slide? No, he just sits down. No, it's so easy. Wait. Wait, okay. These controls. Okay. I think this music is from Super Mario Wonder. What is it? I got the mushroom. Course clear. Wow, I really needed one of those. Thanks. In return, I'll tell you about a secret I've heard. Supposedly, there's a game with a giant egg in which you can become a... What? A game with a giant egg in which you can become a criminal. And a pair of games with a climate change and time travel. What's he talking about? They say that extras can be unlocked by connecting them on the title screen using a certain accessory. Now I don't know what that means, but I'm sure you can figure it out. See ya. Game about climate change, time travel, giant egg. become a criminal. Wait. Link's Awakening has a giant egg in it, and you can become a criminal in it by stealing from the shop. Is he talking about Zelda games? So time travel, Ocarina of Time, obviously. Wait. No. He's talking about, this is just the Game Boy games. He's talking about all three of the Game Boy games, like Link's Awakening, Oracle of Seasons, Oracle of Ages. Oracle of Ages is time travel. Because Seasons is about climate change, and they can be linked. Are we talking about these are extras that unlock in this ROM hack? If we link these games somehow, I'm sure you can figure it out. What? And that's it. Yeah, so I thought there'd be a better explanation for Malon passing out. I would have never thought that you could mix Ocarina of Time with Ace Attorney and make it work, and yet here we are. But then I like the way they did it. I guess you could do that with pretty much any franchise. But to do it well, the way that it was done with Hero of Law, that's a talent. That is, and I can see why it took so many people to put this together. I mean, really great job, newer team. Oh, you know what I noticed? This is version 1.04. I did see that there is a new version out. Yeah, I guess from the time that I downloaded this, and it wasn't like too long ago that I downloaded this, patched it all together and got it ready for me to play it. They have already released 1.1. Yeah, here's the changelog. Here we go. Oh, wow. So in 1.01, going back a little bit, there was actually support for anamorphic widescreen. Minor adjustments to dialogue. I'm sure there were typos and stuff in the initial release, so made Ingo's second cross-examination more lenient. Interesting. I will say there wasn't really a moment where I was stumped. It all logically made sense, which, in that regard, the Ace Attorney games are a little harder, because there are times where you just don't know. Like, do you have any evidence to support that? You look at your evidence, it's like, I don't know, maybe? You're just like trying every piece of evidence and nothing's working. There was never anything like that here. I always had plenty of energy. I never got the game over screen. Maybe if there's a sequel to this, ramp up the difficulty a little bit, make it a little bit more obscure. And that makes it a little more fun too, when like you figure out obscure puzzles, like, oh wow, so that's how it fits together. And then again, this is just a fan-made game, so you kind of get what you get, and I'm taking it from that lens too. I'm looking at it through that lens of this is a fan-made game, and they poured their heart and soul into it. You can tell, because it works all together. Scene select unlock code. Oh, there's an unlock code, so like you can start from the beginning, put in a code, and you just unlock everything. 1.03. Oh, made sure the player's informed about the text skip button. That's very important. It's good to let the players know what buttons do what. So 1.04, that's the one I'm on. Made grass in the Hyrule Field and Graveyard scenes look closer to how it does in Ocarina of Time. Okay. An extra 3. Wait, there's other extras? I mean, that was a hint that Talon was given at the end of his little extra, right? That there are other things to do. Some of Impa's animations were fixed during cross-exam. Okay, 1.1, which is the one I did not play. I probably could have. Oh, yeah, that was recent, 27 August. Yeah, I patched it before then. What did I miss? Fix the typo in Hirokazu Ando's name. Made a system message near the end of Extra 3 always be shown. Even when not using the transfer pack. I gotta use the transfer pack? I mean, I can if I want. I don't have any of that hardware, so I can't use the transfer pack. Adjusted the formatting and wording of a couple court record messages. After reaching 50 rupees at least once an extra 2, player is now allowed to bet as many rupees as they want instead of being limited to 5. Is Extra 2 like a betting game? Added or removed auto progression tags from certain messages. Added a way to clear the save file. Hold L plus R plus Z while the title screen is loading. You can actually clear your save file. There's a spinning attorney's badge icon when it's saving. Yeah, I didn't know when it was saving. I just assumed it was all auto-saving all the way through. Fix the close-up action lines clipping into Link's hat. I didn't even notice any of those. The Wii Virtual Console WAD file size is reduced by about 1 megabyte. And there are numerous behind-the-scenes changes to prepare for development of Case 2, which might slightly alter the look and feel of the... Okay, so what does that mean? Now that I'm reading this, I've not been following any news about this game. So does that mean that the ending we got is not the end of Game 1? We are still on Game 1. Version, like, I don't know, 2.0 would be this case, but also the case that comes after. So I played an earlier version of this game, question mark. And if so, that's great news, because that's what I was asking. Like, are we going to get another case? The answer is yes, they're working on it. That is confirmation right there with this changelog. So very excited to see that. I will be here for it for sure. Didn't get to play the extras, but I'll look up a way, hopefully, to get those done on here. I just cannot stop thinking about like what this next case could be. So I'm just glad that they're thinking about it and working on it. Please leave a comment if you notice something that I was doing, or you have like any answers for me on like questions I had throughout my gameplay. Like, go ahead and throw those in there and be like, hey, did you consider this? And this is why this happened. Just let me know. And as always, we will see you later, gamers.